What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at with another video, and this time we'll be doing our Week 8 predictions. And also, I want to tell y'all Happy Halloween because it's a special week of Halloween. So yeah, last week I went like 8-6, which I did really good last week. And the teams who are on bye week are the Raiders, Ravens this week. So yeah, and also I chose the Packers to win 37-33, and they won 24-21. So anyways, guys, so before I get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see what you think your predictions are for week 8 predictions. So so anyways, we're going to get started with the rest of the games. All right. So now now we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Now it's saying that the Atlanta Falcons are favored by 2.5 points, favored by a touchdown. You know what? I think this game right here is going to be very interesting, though. Because this can go either way, though. But you know what? I mean, I don't really know if I'm going to be betting on this game, though. Because both of these two teams are kind of like on the downfall. I mean, we know the Panthers, they're on a losing streak. And the Falcons, they're starting to trend up a little bit, because I feel like they're almost trending in the right direction. Well, because last week the Falcons defense played really good last week, and in their offense, it played really well last week. But you know what? It'd be really good that both these two teams' offenses, I think they will have success in this game. But if the Panthers defense plays really good in the game, then I think they find a. If they can slow down the Falcons' offense, then they might have a chance to get points. But if long as Sam Darnold, if he plays really good, maybe they'll have a chance to win this game and probably eat this Falcons defense up. But you know what? I really want to go with the Panthers here, but I don't really know if I can trust them. But I kind of don't really trust both teams, though. But you know what? I think the Falcons coaching staff must have did a good job. They probably had a good job, of forcing the defense to make plays and all that. You know what? I'm probably going to go ahead and take the Falcons to win because I kind of feel like the Falcons, they feel like, they're motivated. They've been starting to trend up a little bit, and I think their offense will have a big game, though. But you know what? I just think the defense plays great, too, in this game. So, yeah. I'm going to take the Falcons to win, but in terms of the points, I might take the 2.5, though. But I want to say Atlanta covers, but Carolina, they have not played really great last week, because we know Sam Darnold got benched last week, because we seen that the Giants defense was able to like adjust to this game and dictate the pace. So yeah. So I'm gonna say Falcons win 26-23. So I'm gonna pick the Falcons to win, but I'll also take the 2.5 though with the Panthers and keep it close. I mean, as long as Sam Darnold plays good, then they'll keep it close. All right, next game we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Bills are favored by 13.5 points. Ooh, almost favored by a touchdown. Now, this game right here. Now we remember this game from week 2, because we remember when the Bills defense was able to shut down the Dolphins offense, and they was able to get pressure on Tua, which he got hurt in that game. But you know what? I kind of feel like that the Dolphins are really not heading in the right directions, and I don't have a lot of trust in them right now, because they are on a losing streak, and the way they've been losing, I mean, trust me, they were competitive versus the Falcons, but the only reason why they lost is because the Falcons defense was playing good, the Dolphins defense struggled, and plus the Falcons made a field goal at the end, and the Dolphins did not block it. That's how they lost the game. On the other side of the hand, the Bills lost to the Titans. Now, here's the reason why. Now, the Bills tried to win the game They tried to beat the Titans, though, but the Titans defense stopped Josh Allen on fourth down, like in the fourth quarter in like 13 seconds. But you know what? The Bills are coming off a bye, and I really think that the Bills do bounce back this week and get a really big win. Because I just feel like the Bills are the better team. They have the better coach. They're at home, and they have the better quarterback. And plus, they're heading in the right direction, and they do have a chance to make the playoffs. And the Dolphins, is not going to – they're not going to have much to play for because we know they're not going to make the playoffs, though, because I don't really think they're going to be in a spot to make the playoffs. Because with this rumors – with the Deshaun Watson going to the Dolphins rumor going on, that's crazy with the Tua rumors. But this could be Tua's last game anyway before he gets traded. But I don't really know. So I'm going to pick the Bills to win. But I'm going to say Bills win 35-16. So I'm going to take the Bills to win. And I'll easily take the Bills to cover the points. All right, next game we have the 49ers versus Chicago Bears. San Francisco's favored by 3 points. You know what? I kind of call it a trap game for some reason. Now, both these two, it can go either way though because this is Jimmy G versus Justin Fields. Now, when I look at the matchup though, I think that the Bears match up well with the Niners really good. But you know what? Last week we seen that the Bears did not play well versus the Bucs because the Bucs defense was getting pressure on them. They was able to take away the passing game, and they was able to force like a couple turnovers in this game because Justin Fields did not look great in that game. But you know what? I'm gonna say the Bears. Because if Justin Fields, if he's able to have time, I think he might have a chance to eat this Niners defense up. Now, I don't really know if I have trust in the Niners right now because, they're on a losing streak. And you know how the way they've been losing, Jimmy G has not looked it great. Yeah. Trust me. The Niners did not have a good game plan because the defense, it played really good and it ended up not playing well in the second half. But you know what? I feel like this game could be an offensive game or a defensive game, but I don't really think it's going to be a high-scoring game because both these two teams are not trending in the right direction, though. But you know what? It's kind of really how to say. I could barely take the Bears to win because I think the Bears' defense is really good, which they can give Jimmy G a tough time. But you know what? I think without Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks not playing, I think this is going to be a shocker for them. And so I feel like the Niners might have success running the ball. And plus, they're going to have success passing the ball too. So I believe George Kittle, he's not going to play this week, but I think he's going to be back next week. But you know what? I think the Niners receivers are going to have time. I think Jimmy G is going to have time to throw the ball down the field to his receivers. And on the other side, I think the defense is going to have a big game, though, because the Bears' offensive line isn't great. So I think the Niners' defense can find a way to bully that Bears' offensive line. And plus, I think the Niners' offensive line, I think it's going to have time, too. I think it's going to play well versus Bears' defense. So, yeah. But you know what? Since it's Halloween, I really want to pick the Bears since it's Halloween, but I'm going to take the Niners to get back on track this week and get this win here because I feel like they're more talented, they have the better coach, and they're just a better team. And also, the Bears don't really have a coach anyway. So I don't think the Bears are going to be able to at least find a way to, in order for the Bears to win, they're going to have to come up with a good game plan without Matt Nagy. But since Matt Nagy is not going to be there, since he has COVID, I think it's going to be tough for them to win. So I think the Niners are going to do a better job this week. So yeah. So I'm going to take the Niners to win, but I will take the 3 though. But I think it's going to I think this game will be a little closer, but I wouldn't be shocked if they kept this game close. But you know what? I'm going to say Niners win 24-13. So I'm going to take the Niners to win, and I'm going to take the Niners to cover. And hopefully Jimmy G has a good game this week. All right, next game we have the Steelers versus the Browns. Browns are favored by 3.5. Now I call it a trap game for some reason because both these two teams, it could go either way though because both these two teams are probably going to head in the right direction. Because some people are kind of betting on Pittsburgh to win, and most people are betting on Browns to win. But you know what? As I look at the matchup, both these two teams match up well really good because the Steelers defense is really good because we've seen the Steelers defense play good versus Seahawks. But you know what? I think the Steelers defense might have success playing well. I think they'll find a way to stop the run. They can give Baker Mayfield a tough time, which I believe Baker's going to play in this game. So yeah. But you know what? I think the Browns defense can match up well pretty too because here's the thing. The Steelers do not have a great offensive line because, like I said, they can't run the ball without no old line. I'm just saying because we've seen that the Steelers offensive line play really well and they was able to run the ball. But the Browns defense, I think the Browns defense can do the same thing what they did in that playoff game. They can really force Big Ben in a tough time. And, the offense the Steelers don't have a great secondary, but I think the Browns, their pass catchers they have, I think they can expose that. So I believe OBJ and Jarvis Landry and Austin Hooper is going to have a big game. If Nick Chubb, I think he's playing this week because I think the Steelers Browns are going to do a good job running the ball. Now, as long as Baker Mayfield, if he doesn't play like garbage, then I think the Browns might have success passing the ball, and I think they might have a chance to win. Like, they can find a way to, control the clock and probably keep Big Ben on the sidelines. I think that's what they can do. But you know what? I think the Browns, I think the Browns, last week, we seen the defense played really good, though. In Case Keenum, they was able to get the win without Baker Mayfield. Now the question is, could the Browns offense do enough in this game? Now, I don't really know if they're going to be able to do it, but because Baker Mayfield has been struggling through his shoulder injury. Now, I know he was out last week, but he's been struggling through his injuries, struggling through the injury. But you know what? I'm probably going to go ahead and pick. It's kind of tough to say, but I really don't know. I'm going to go with the Browns to win because they're at home. And I just really think that the offense is going to have time. And I think the defense is going to find a way to, take away the run game and all that. And also, their secondary is good enough, which they can cover those receivers. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Browns to win. But I will take the points, though, because I think they will keep it close this time. Now, as long as Big Ben, if he can play well in this game and doesn't play garbage, then I think they keep this game close. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Browns win 31-26. So, yeah. I'm going to take the Browns. I'm going to take the Steelers to cover, but I will take the Browns to win the game. And I hope Baker Mayfield has a good game this week. All right, next game we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus Detroit Lions. Eagles are favored by -3.5, but I call it a trap game, but I'm going to erase it because here's the thing. Now, this game can go either way, though, because, this. Now, when you look at both these two teams, they're easily one of the worst teams in the league, and they both have new head coaches. But you know what? I think the Lions, I like what the Lions are starting to do starting to do for the last couple weeks. I mean, I feel like the Lions are playing with heart and passion. Like I like how the way they're doing. I mean, Dan Campbell, he's starting to set up good game plans and making the right play calls and all that stuff. But you know what? I think his schemes are good. But also, I think when the Eagles defense plays soft coverage, I think Jared Goff will be comfortable. Which I think this Eagles defense can really give Goff a tough time. But you know what? I think the Eagles, they're soft on defense. Jalen Hurts, he has not been playing well for the last couple weeks. So yeah. But you know what? I think this game right here is gonna be much closer than people think. But you know what? I'm gonna take the Lions to get their first win this year. Get their first win this week because I feel like they need to because because they're playing with heart and passion and all that. I mean, here's the thing. There are some games that the Lions have been competitive in, but they've not been competitive of being the winner in some of their games. Because you know why? They've been starting to get blown leads. But you know what? I'm going to say the Lions are going to win this game. So I'm going to say Lions win 23-19, something like that. So I don't know who's going to cover this game because, they both got blown out. You know what? I'm going to take the Eagles to cover the points in this game because I feel like the Eagles are going to try to fight for it because they usually don't play well until like the fourth quarter. Like I don't really know. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles to cover, and I'll take the Lions to win the game. Hopefully that Jared Goff has a good game this week. Next game we have the Tennessee Titans versus Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored by. Actually, there's no favorite now. This is the pick'em game. Now the spread was saying that the Colts were favored to win, but you know what? This can go either way though because I call it a trap game for some reason because the Colts won last week because the Colts last week had success running the ball, though. And Carson Wentz really played well in this game. Because I really like how the way the Colts offensive line is starting to play good. They're starting to give him time and all that. Now, on the other side of the ball, defense played really well, too. So, yeah, but when I look at the other team about the Titans defense has been playing really great recently. They really destroyed the Chiefs. Now I like how the reason why is because the Titans defense was getting pressure on Patrick Mahomes and all that, and also the offense played really good. They was able to run the ball. They was able to pass the ball on. Ryan Tannehill looked great in that game. Now both these two teams like to run the ball, and I think this game could be an offensive game though. So yeah, but you know what? It's kind of tough to say, but I want to take the Colts to win, but I don't really know if I really want to take the Titans again because, mostly two teams play each other hard because they both have a great offense and all that. So, yeah. But you know what? Now, I really think that when you look at the Titans defense, I don't really think Titans defense is that great, though. But I think the Colts have a better defense, in my opinion. So I think the Colts defense, I think in this game, I think they're going to do a good job slowing down Derrick Henry and all that. And I think that, their offensive line is going to play well. So, yeah. But you know what? I'm going to take the Colts here because they're at home. And I think they're going to get their revenge because, the Colts, they remember that the Titans beat them and all that. So, yeah. And I kind of feel like the Colts offense is going to have success this game. So, yeah. So I think if they can really control the clock and keep Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry off the field, then I think they find a way to win. But I'm picking Indianapolis to win because I kind of feel like, they're starting to turn their season back around a little bit. Now, if the Colts lose this game, they probably won't turn their season back around. So I'm going to take the Colts to win, and I'm going to say the Colts win 27-24. So, yeah, that's going to be my upset special of the week. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Colts. You know, it's hard to say who's going to cover, but I think both teams cover this game. So, it doesn't really matter about the odds. So, I'm going to say both two teams cover, but I'm going to say the Colts win the game. All right, next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the New York Jets. Cincy's favored by 10.5 points. 10.5. Wow, now this game right here, I'm going to keep this one short, though. When you look at this game right here, the Bengals offense, the Bengals have been on a hot streak. Like, they've been starting the season off hot. Joe Burrow, is starting to play well. Jamar Chase, he's been having breakout games. Joe Mixon, he's looking solid. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Ozuma, they looking so great. The Bengals defense played really well last week. Now, the reason why the Bengals, beat the Ravens, because, the Bengals defense sacked Lamar 5 times. And we can see them make more sacks this week against the Jets. Now, here's the thing. Zach Wilson is not going to play in this game because we already know Zach Wilson's hurt. But you know what? I'm taking the Bengals to win this game easily because they have the better quarterback, and I think they have the better coach as well, and I just think they're the more complete team. So, yeah, I expect the Bengals offense to have success. I expect their defense to have success in this game too. So they should easily destroy the Jets by a lot of points. So I'm saying the Bengals win 34-10. So, yeah. So I'm going to take the Bengals to win this game and easily cover the points. All right, next game. We have the LA Rams versus Houston Texans. Rams are favored by 16. Wow, this is a lot of points. But you know what? I think this game right here, when you look at the matchup, though, the Rams, the Rams offense is like one of the best in the league. I like how the way the Rams have been playing good recently because we seen that the Rams defense played really good last week against Jared Goff. Their offense played really well and all that. So, yeah. But on the other side, the Texans are just a bad team. They suck. Yeah. So that's going to leave a win to the Rams because the Rams are a more complete team. They have the better quarterback and the better coach. So, yes. I believe Matthew Stafford's going to have a big game this week. So, yeah. So I expect that the Rams to punish the Texans and continue to frustrate them. So, yeah. So, easy win for the Rams, and the Rams easily cover this game. So, I say Rams win 38-13. So, yeah. Rams win. All right, next game, we have the New England Patriots versus the LA Chargers. The Chargers are favored by -4. Now, when I look at this game right here, this can go either way, though. Now, we remember this game from last year when the Patriots really, really destroyed the Chargers. And the Chargers really scored nothing in this game. Because, the Patriots defense was able to get pressure on Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert did not look that good in this game, which I think the Patriots offense did really play well in that game because I think Cam Newton was there. Now that you know what, this is a different Patriots team. Now this is Mac Jones versus Justin Herbert. Now you know what? I think last time before the bye, the Chargers lost to the Ravens, and the reason why is because the Ravens defense was able to get pressure on Justin Herbert, and they really shut it down the offense. So, yeah. On the other side of the ball, the Patriots offense really played well versus the Jets. I mean, Mac Jones played really well. I mean, they was able to score 50 points. I mean, defense, was really good. I love that game plan there. But you know what? I feel like this game right here is gonna be very fun to watch. So yeah. But you know what? I think the Patriots defense could be a bad matchup for the LA Chargers because, the Patriots have a really good defense and the Chargers have a really good offensive line. But you know what? I think the Chargers offensive line is going to I think the Chargers offensive line is going to find a way to play really well and give Justin Herbert time. So yeah, but I think with the defense, I think Joey Bosa is gonna find a way to like double team. I think you're gonna find a way to bully the offensive line of the Patrons, and I think their secondary is really good, which I think they can cover those receivers. Now, I think this game right is gonna be much closer though, but I don't really know if the Patrons offensive line is good enough to block Joey Bosa, which that's gonna be tough to do. But you know what? I think with Brandon Stanley, with his good schemes, I think he can find a way to like challenge his defense, like to force Mac Jones to make the short throws, like force him, to like make a stop. That's what he can do with his schemes. But you know what? I'm gonna take the Chargers to win because I think the Chargers are just the better team. They have the better quarterback. And I just really enter at home, and I just really think a rookie quarterback going on the road in LA is a tough place to play at, and especially against a Brandon Stanley defense. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the Chargers to win, but in terms of the points, I will take the 4 though because I think they do keep this game a lot closer. So I'm gonna say the Patriots do cover the points in this game. If long as Mac Jones plays well, the the Chargers then I think they keep it close. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Patrons cover this game, but I'm gonna take the Chargers to win the game, and hopefully that this will be a big bounce back week for LA. Next game we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's favored by 3.5. I'm probably gonna keep this one short though. Now we already know Russell Wilson's not playing this game. Now, last time, the last game, and Jacksonville really won that game, and Trevor Lawrence, he was really playing well in this game. The offense played really great. The defense played outstanding. On the other side of the handball, the Seahawks defense played really good in this game, but the offense played really well. But you know what? They didn't really do enough because the game was really defensive and it got really ugly though. But you know what? I think this game is going to be a little offensive because I think without Russell Wilson, I think the Seahawks can find a way to like play with heart and all that, and I think their offense might make enough plays. But I don't know about their defense. I think they might have enough plays on defense. I think their defense can make enough plays to like stop Trevor Lawrence and all that. And plus, this is a rookie quarterback on the road, so I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road. And also, I'm probably gonna go ahead and take the Seahawks because I think the Seahawks, they're the better team. They're at home. They have the better coach, and all. And I also think that DK and Tyler Lockett's gonna have a big game that day. So yeah, and I think their run game is gonna have success. So yeah, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and like say the Seahawks win this game. But I'm gonna say Seattle wins 26-20. But I think it's gonna be much closer though. But I'm gonna take the 3.5 though. But I don't really know who's gonna cover though because Jacksonville. If Trevor Lawrence plays really well in this game, then I think they might keep it much closer. But I'm gonna take the Seahawks to win because they're at home, and I feel like they have to end this losing streak. So I feel like this is a must bounce back win for them this week. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I'm gonna take Jacksonville to cover the points, but I'm gonna take Seattle to win the game. And hopefully they control time possession this one. All right, next game we have the Washington football team versus Denver. Washington is favored by Denver's favored by 3.5. Now I'm gonna keep this one short though because when I look at this game though, both these two teams are just talented on both sides of the ball. Their offensive weapons are really good on both sides of the ball. Both these two teams have really good weapons on offense, and both these two teams have very good players on defense. Now, both of their offensive lines are a little sketchy. So, yeah. But you know what? Now, this can go either way, though, because Washington has a really good front seven, though. I think their defensive line is good enough to, like, slow down the Broncos' running game and all that. I think they can find a way to take away the run game. Now, I don't really know if Washington is going to be able to do enough offensively without their weapons on offense. Because if their weapons don't play, they're probably not going to, Taylor Heineke's not going to have time, and their offense is probably not going to do enough. I mean, on the other side, the Broncos, they're on a losing streak and all that. Now, we know both these teams are on a losing streak. Now, the Broncos have been on a losing streak, falling down a little bit. Now, their offense is really good. Defense is really good. Yeah. I like how the way Teddy B played, but he did not look that good like all game though. Even though he played well in the middle of the game, they was able to keep this game close. But you know what? I think the Broncos are gonna have to come with a good game. Both these two teams are gonna have to come with a good game plan if one of these teams are gonna win. But you know what? I think Jerry Jeudy should be back this week. So yeah. But you know what? I feel like it can go either way though, but I don't really know who to choose. I can lean towards Washington. I could say Washington win this game. I could say Denver win this game, but I don't really know what to choose. But this is tight. This is like a flip flop game. But I'm gonna go ahead and say Denver is gonna pull the win because I think Denver has the better quarterback in this game. So yeah. So I think with Washington's defense, it played really good a little bit, but it hasn't been playing well. So I think Denver is going to have success running the ball, and I think they're going to have success passing the ball. Because I don't think Washington has enough corners to cover Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. But on the other side, Denver's secondary is really stacked, and I think they can find a way to like cover the Washington receivers, and one of them can cover Terry McLaurin. But you know what? And I think they'll find a way to slow down Antonio Gibson. So I'm probably going to take the Broncos to win. But in terms of the points, I don't really know who I'm going to take to cover because Washington got blowed out last week, and I don't think they kept it a little close. I'm going to say Broncos win like 30-24. So I'm going to take the Broncos to win, and I'm going to take the Broncos to cover the points. All right, next game we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay is favored by 4.5. I'm gonna keep this one a little short though. Now I'm gonna keep this one. Now when I look at this game right here, when I look at this game here, it can go either way though because I kind of call it a trap game for some reason, but I don't know. But I'm probably gonna erase it. So there, I erased it because I didn't want to call it a trap game. Now, it could go either way, though, because, Tampa Bay's offense has been playing good, and last week, that defense had a big game plan. They was able to, shut down Justin Fields. They were able to force a lot of turnovers in that game. Their pass defense played really good, and their run defense played great. On the other hand, the Saints defense played really well in this game though. They was able to get pressure on Geno Smith and all that, and they was and their pass defense played great. So yeah. Now we can see both these teams had success in this game. Now we remember in that playoff game that that Tom Brady, he played well in the dome and all that. He played well versus Saints. But last year in the regular season, he did not play well because the Saints defense got pressure on Tom Brady and all that, and they was able to shut down that Bucks offense. So yeah. But we could see see the Bucks do it again this week. And we can see the Saints do it again this week too because I think the Saints are really great at running the ball and they're really good at passing the ball. And Jameis Winston, he has been looking good for like the last couple weeks that I've ever seen. But you know what? I feel like the game can go either way though because I kind of feel like if this Saints offense, because if I feel like if this Saints offense, if they can find a way to they have a really good offensive line. They're gonna have to find a way to block all these guys up front. Because if they can't do that, they're probably not gonna be able to run the ball, and then Jameis Winston could get pressure. But you know what? The Bucks offensive line is really good, and they're gonna have to block Cameron Jordan and all these guys up front because if they don't do it, they're probably not gonna give Tom Brady time to throw the ball down the field. Because I think the Saints on offense, I think they're capable of doing that. So yeah. But you know what? This is gonna be my upset special of the week. I'm gonna take the Saints to beat the Bucks. I think Jameis Winston is gonna get his revenge on Tampa Bay, and I think he does play well in this game too because I like how the Saints offense been playing, and we seen that the Saints defense sacked Geno Smith 5 times in this game. That was a good game plan, and I think the Saints are gonna pull off this upset. So yeah, so I'm gonna say Saints win 30-28. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the Saints to win, but I will take the points though because I think they do keep it super close though. Because Tom Brady, he's been throwing a lot of touchdowns. Yeah, he's been like the best quarterback. Like, like could be winning for the MVP. You know what? I'm I'm gonna take the Bucks to cover the points, but I'm gonna take the Saints to win this game. And then this is the Jameis Winston revenge game. I hope he gets his revenge in Tampa. All right, next game we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Minnesota Vikings. Cowboys are favored by 2.5. Now I call it a trap game for some reason because it can go either way, and we don't really know if Dak Prescott is going to be able to play in this game because we heard that he got injured. So yeah. Now when you look at both these two teams, both these two teams matches really well with each other, offense and defense. Now, when you look at the Cowboys defense, I mean, it's their front seven is kind of average, but it's really not the best. The Cowboys secondary has been playing really good though. Trevon Diggs, he's been a beast. Yeah. Now, the Vikings, the Vikings, they have a really good offense though, and they're really good at running the ball and passing the ball really good. And Kirk Cousins has been balling out. I like how the way the Vikings on offense been playing. The defense, it has been playing really good recently. They was able to get pressure on Sam Darnold the other game, and they was able to get pressure on Jared Goff the other game. The defense really played outstanding. I thought the defense couldn't defend, but I feel like they proved me wrong. They proved to me that the Vikings defense can really play at the same level. So yeah. And we can see this Vikings defense find a way to slow down the run game. And I think their pass defense is playing really good. Bashar Breeland looked good versus the Panthers. So yeah, so Patrick Peterson's on IR, so they're probably not going to have him. But I don't really know if the Vikings are going to have enough corners to cover Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and all those receivers. So Michael Gallup should be back. So yeah, but you know what? If Dak Prescott plays, I could lean towards the Cowboys. But if he doesn't play, I might lean towards the Vikings. But it could go either way, though. But I'm assuming Dak could be playing this game, but I don't know. But that can totally change my mind. So, yeah. But I think the Cowboys' offensive line is going to have to do a good job. They're going to have to come with a good game plan. They're going to have to find a way to block all these guys up front, like block Danielle Hunter and Evans and Griffin, all these guys up front. Because I think their offensive line is capable of doing that. But I think if the Vikings defense, because we can see the Vikings defense give Dak a tough time and the run game a tough time. But you know what? I mean, I'm going to take the. This is going to be another upset special, and I'm taking the Vikings to win because I like how the way the Vikings have been playing for the last couple of weeks. I like how their defense has been playing. I mean, it's been playing really good. I mean, I like how way Kirk Cousins is starting to ball out a little bit. So yeah, so I think the Vikings offense is gonna have a big game this week. So I feel like the Vikings are gonna have success running the ball in this game. So yeah, so I just picked the Vikings because they're at home. So and yeah, so I'm gonna take the Vikings to win, but I will take the 2.5 though because I think they do keep it close though. You know what? I'm gonna say the Vikings do cover this game. So I mean the Cowboys cover this game. So I'm gonna say the Cowboys cover, and I'm gonna say Vikings win 34-30, something like that. So I think the Vikings can do the same thing like they did. Like maybe they can at least control the clock, keep Dak on the sideline. So yeah, I think the Vikings are gonna have a good game plan this game. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys to cover, but I'm gonna take the Vikings to win to like get their playoff hopes alive. Now, I feel like that this is a must win for them because if they do not win this game, I will not pick them for several weeks. I'm just saying. So this is a must win for Minnesota. And I hope they keep it rolling here. All right, next game we have the Giants versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 9.5. Now this game is going to be very interesting though because last week the Giants offense really played really good. I mean, Daniel Jones played really well in that game and all that. So yeah, and the defense played outstanding. On the other side of the ball, the Chiefs has been falling back and forth all this sudden. I mean, think about it. Patrick Mahomes has not been playing well. I mean, the offensive line has not been playing good. The defense has been not playing well recently. So yeah, I mean, they're just kind of like back and forth and all that. But you know what? When you look at the Giants, I mean, the Giants have a lot of players on offense ruled out. So I don't think they're going to have success running the ball or passing the ball as much. So I feel like that the Chiefs on defense are going to have to make a good game plan. Spagnuolo is going to have to make a good game plan. So I think the defense is going to have to play well this game so they can stay competitive. On the other side, the Chiefs offense has to play well too. They're going to have to play well, do a good job protecting the ball the whole game. Because if they do these things, they might have a chance to win. Because Patrick Mahomes, he's going to have to at least have time. Now if the Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes, I mean if the Chiefs offense has time in this game, then they could shred this Giants defense. Cuz the Giants defense is really not as great. So, yeah. So I think the Chiefs offense is going to have to play good this game and their defense is going to have to play well this game. And I feel like this is a must win for Kansas City because it because and they and they have to cover the spread, because if they do not cover this game or win this game, they are in serious trouble. I'm just saying, because if they are, then because if they do not play well this game, it's concerning. I'm just saying, it's concerning. Now, I kind of feel that this is I kind of feel the Chiefs. They already know the Giants are the worst team. Now, Giants do suck, and I don't think the Chiefs are that bad, but I think they're kind of average. So I'm gonna say the Chiefs win this game because they have the better quarterback, the better coach. They're at home, and they're the more complete team. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win. But in terms of the points, I could take the Giants to cover, but I don't really think the Giants on offense are gonna be able to do enough to keep up with the Chiefs, because the Chiefs have high-powered offense. So yeah, so I'm gonna say Chiefs win 27-17. Now I'm giving the Chiefs one more chance to win this game, because if they do not win this game, I will not pick them for several weeks. I'm just saying. So yeah. So I'm taking the Chiefs to win, and I'm taking the Chiefs to cover. And I'm hoping that Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill have a good game this week after a disaster. So yeah. Well, all right, guys. That's all my Week 8 predictions for this week. So yeah. And I also want to tell you I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to tell you all happy Halloween. And I hope you guys enjoy y'all's Halloween on Halloween this weekend. I mean, I'm probably going to be dressed up wearing my costume for Halloween. I'm probably going to be looking good, or either I might go trick-or-treat and pass out candy and all that, which I think is going to be fun, though. But I don't really know if I'm really going to do the live streams. But if I decide to do it, I might let y'all know if I decide to do it. Depends on if I'm busy or not. So, yeah. Well, alright, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more options. It's Emmanuel Jones from The Big Fan. See you guys later. Peace.